And here's another processor video where I'm recording it at a coffee shop to test out these headphones. And it was okay last time, so continuing it, I have one more to do today. But anyway, this was again a long time client, and these characters are part of their comic Forgotten Roots. And I these two were Feedback Rain characters, and just made them up years ago. And even and the client continued having them as husbands. Because at the time I did them separately, but then I was thinking, but then I mentioned how I saw them as husbands. My head canon of them was, and so they continued it in their piece. And this one was feedback rain on them, and I kept them more or less the same, except I made the tall one with the European-ish facial structure, with Afro textured hair, or at least curly hair, and I made the shorter guy who's closer to us. I made him have just Afro textured hair. So because I wanted to see how they look, and I was just hungry for Afro textured hair at the moment. So I still am, but oh, and I think I may have changed the taller guy who's farther from us. I think I changed his facial structure a little bit by accident, but cause since I've drawn them so many times, and I designed them, I don't really look at the reference too much unless I just scan it to see if the client changed anything. But this was feedback range, so technically I could just glance at the reference. I don't need to look at it extra hard because that's the point of feedback rain with characters. As long as it's based heavily on the character reference, then I don't have to abide by anything on it really. So you can see here, I at first I was gonna have them making out and having I think it's Zephyr. I can't remember how to pronounce his name, but the tall one, his name is Zephyr. We'll just call him Z because I know it starts with a Z. But I was gonna have them making out with Z looking up at us, but his face just wasn't coming together quickly enough, and so I just said. So at some point, I'm just like, fuck it, and let's just have his husband, because they're married. Let's have his husband just like making out with his neck or something like that, where it's like intimate, but like um, I like pictures that look like there's a story behind it, or makes you want think of a story behind it, and so that's what this turned out to be, I think. And I didn't have too much of a story. I just know I wanted the angle, the bird eye view, and I wanted. At first, I was his. I always every time I do an angle of sorts like this with the arm, I make the hand to the forearm too long, because I want to show the hand, and so I like ignore physics and just end up extending it by accident. So this time I was able to catch it, and I was like, I'll save it for last. So and here's the textured hair, because usually both their hairs are straight, and that's just been straight hair has been kind of boring me lately. Um, so and plus it's funny. I think either before this order, like I swear, like right before I even knew I was gonna, they were part of the order. I was thinking of Afro textured hair, and I was thinking back on them too, and I was like, why did I have put them straight hair? And I thought of the diversity that I'm hungry for these days, And I was thinking of when I made them, and I was still hungry then, but I still made C that Euro looking facial structure with the dark skin, and I was thinking that's just what called for it. That's just where it took me at the time, and I don't regret it at all. So it's like, so those facial structures, I mean, it's fine, but when it's an abundance of it, that's the problem that I have. So so as long as it's like balanced and it's not like more than one or the other, then I'm good. And so that's why I still love the husbands a lot. I think my head canon might be different than how the client uses them in their have them in their client. Oh, and this was before I had the new regulations on what to do with the characters I design. So this client is one of the very few who actually own the design completely. So they could make a profit off it if they want, and et cetera, but it's theirs. And because it was before I realized I needed that stipulation. So anyway, so I won't ever use these characters for anything. Maybe I'll have them like guest spot, like a guest star. I mean, not guest spot, like in the background or something. But other than that, I'll never use them. And because they belong to Forgotten Roots now. So but yeah, I love seeing how the client uh, uses them, how they like tell their story and what they've done with them, and watching their journey through their vision. And so you can see the hand is a bit better here with the. You remember the issue I said I usually have, but I think the chaplis something, and the collarbone, that area is still problematic. But I think I forgot at some point, and I just kept going. So I love the angle. I love how his ass is and like between the legs. And I love how he's holding on to him while he's kissing it. It's funny. I always forget their names for some reason. I know it the minute I see it. I'm like, yep, that's them. But if it's like not in front of me, their names, I'm like, shit. What are the names? So I don't know why, but I still enjoy them a lot. And I really need to catch up with that comic. Man, I'm so far behind. But yeah. Oh, and I no. So usually, his husband, the one he's holding on to, with the longer Afro Texas hair, usually his hair is straight, and I think um, I think he would be like a Samoan of sorts, like a light skinned Samoan, if I was to place his ethnicity in human terms. And maybe, no, maybe German. No, yeah, I think Samoan because of the nose. So, but I like to think about that sometimes, just like, but that's a whole nother discussion in a whole nother video. I swear I'll make that video at some point. But anyway, so this is just a line art, and so I didn't. I would normally. Sometimes I like to like put a little extra with. This is one of the clients that long time and they always come back, and I like to do extra things for them. And but sometimes I don't have the time. But I really like to do like the little extra things. Um, like I would have colored the hairs white because their hair is white, and I would have done that, but I think I just didn't have the time, or I was just exhausted because this was another weekend, a great weekend that left me staying up too late. and staying up way like to 6 and 7 a.m. So that's what happened last night. I didn't go to sleep till like 7 or 8 a.m. But yeah, I really like this. I like how he's being like holding him to him, and how he's like kissing up on him on his neck and holding his face still while looking hard at the same time. Like solid. I love that look. But thanks. Okay, bye.